Hello! Today we have the first episode of Unc's Rap Report, a weekly series in which I discover, uncover, and talk about new rap stories and the developments in them. We're going to talk all angles, the aura angle, the economic and status politically just charged angle. We're going to talk about everything. So, without a further ado, let's get right into it, okay? I'm very excited to talk about it. I want to say one thing first. Hope you guys enjoy these sorts of videos. It'll be a weekly thing. So this is episode 1 of Unc's Rap Report. I have my notes here and everything we need to talk about. So, hot off the press. Hot off the press. We have Trump and Adin Ross. Yes, Adin Ross got Donald Trump on stream. Now, I know this isn't really rap specific, but he did talk about Young Thug, okay? So, that was very interesting. Not really too much there. Basically, Adin Ross asked, hey, Donald Trump, what are your thoughts on the situation with the RICO case for YSL, specifically Young Thug? Donald Trump said, hey, he's being treated unfairly. Basically, what he said was, free Young Thug. Basically, that's what he said. Now, in terms of other rap content regarding Trump and Adin Ross, what we heard otherwise was basically just Donald Trump calling Ye, aka Kanye West, a complicated man. We asked him his thoughts on Kanye West. He said, hey, he's a bit of a complicated man. He's a good heart, but complicated. So, that actually kind of, leads me perfectly into this next news report that I want to talk about. Vultures 2, very hot off the press. I'm very excited to see how this does numbers-wise. This is super important. Yes, very important. I loved it. Honestly, I think it's better than Vultures 1. I'm not going to lie. There was a listening party for it. It dropped randomly out of nowhere. It was like 3 a.m. for Eastern Standard Time people. So luckily for me, just 12 a.m. But still, it was crazy. And currently, we're actually working through updates on it. Their team, Yeezy staff, has said, hey, we're doing some updates. They've already made some changes to like Fried. I believe they've made some changes to 530. And then also River as well. They're kind of updating it, changing the mixes. They added Alvin and the Chipmunks to 530. Yes, I'm being for real. Listen to it if you want. Very strange, but yeah, that's with that. Vultures 2, I'm excited to see how it does numbers wise. It's just always interesting to me. I know it's not all about the numbers, but I just want to see how well it sells, considering there was no promotion, there was no rollout, and it was a random drop. But what are you guys' thoughts on it? I think honestly, as I said before, it's better than Vultures 1. Now it'll be interesting, to talk about and uncover the developments with Vultures 3. What's going to be happening with that? When will it drop? And the main reason why I'm saying that is because when I think about Vultures 3, I'm thinking about one man particularly, Playboi Carti. And the reason why I'm thinking about him is because, first of all, I always think about him, but second of all, he is going to drop after all of Vultures drops. And so I'm kind of wondering, Vultures 3, gotta come soon. In terms of coming soon and new music, Future, Pluto, has announced that he is going to be also dropping a mixtape soon. Yes, a mixtape soon. Now, a lot of people aren't too happy about it. They're just like, okay, Future, cool. A lot of people are saying, hey, it's just a good opportunity for a Playboi Carti feature. Could not agree more. But yes, Future will be dropping again. And I'm slightly excited, more so for the features. I'll be completely honest, I've seen Future a lot in real life performing. He's a great artist, fantastic, legend. It's just, you know what I mean. Next story. This regarding more smaller artists in the scene, a smaller group. Homixide gang, Beno and Meechie. So, we just got an interview from Revolver Magazine in which they said Lifestyle 2 is coming soon. Yes, they said that. Coming soon. I'm hyped for that. They weren't really too keen to share that information, but I guess they just wanted to. Literally in the interview, they said that Beno and Meechie and the group were kind of whispering amongst each other, and they decided, hey, we gotta get this thing out there. We gotta release it. So they ended up doing that, which is pretty incredible, or, talking about it. And I don't know when it's gonna come out. I kind of said this in a TikTok, but I think there's a good opportunity for it to come out maybe after Loan, before Ken, when he drops in October, so that all of them drop again, and then we get Carti, because that's kind of also what we're thinking here. Like, okay, all of them need to drop to make sure, Carti has some time to do his promotion, his rollout, and then drop his album, of course. So we'll see what happens. They're going on a tour. I'm actually going to be there. I'm very excited. I believe it ends late October, mid-October, sometime around there. But I'll be going to the September 29th show in Los Angeles. I'm super excited. Now, talking about kind of looking forward, there are a few things that we are looking for, and that is the Rolling Loud Miami lineup. And I'm thinking it's coming soon. They actually announced that they were going to be releasing it in July, and with potential contract issues and just change of that sort of thing, they had to push it back a little bit, unfortunately. But I'm thinking it's coming in the next week and a half. Now, that's my prediction. I might not be right about that, but we'll have to wait and see, okay? So maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't, but it's still happening December. I think the lineup's going to be absolutely ridiculous. If we want to talk about predictions for lineup, headliners, I'm thinking Carti. I'm thinking maybe A$AP Rocky with his album. Maybe Ye, considering he's doing Vultures 2 and maybe Vultures 3 by that time. And then potentially, I know there's 4 names, but there's different names. I'd say probably Travis Scott as one of them. Makes sense, right? He's been going crazy on tour. It just kind of makes sense. So those are the 4 potential ones. Of course, it'll just be 3. So 3 out of those 4. I could see a world where also Future and Metro Boomin get a headlining spot, but we'll have to wait and see because they're also going on tour. So that will be a big part of it. Now, the next story I want to talk about is Ice Spice. So Ice Spice dropped her album Y2K. First week sales is out, and it was at 20,000 units. Actually, I believe they specifically came out with a specific number, around 28,000 units. So 28,000 units first week Ice Spice. First thing I want to say, this is more of a personal thing, but I will no longer be predicting first week sales, most likely, because guess what? I was incredibly far off on this. So yeah, it's going to be a tough thing for me to do from now on, because I was thinking it was going to get at least 80,000 units first week, and I was off. Yeah, 28,000, 80,000. It's a little different, right? So it's tough. But a lot of people were kind of, hating on her for that. It's her first debut album, so, you got to respect it. And we'll see how well her tour sells. I think it'll sell pretty well. Numbers aren't really everything at the end of the day. I like looking at the numbers, but that's just me. I like to keep it professional. But 28,000 units first week. What are your guys' thoughts on that? It's an interesting, concept. The last story of the first episode for Unc's Rap Recap is about group buys. Now, this is more of a serious subject. There have been a lot of group buys going on for specifically Ken Carson, and also talks with Playboi Carti group buys, and it's getting pretty crazy out there. They were leaking Tighten Up and Pouring Up, which are 2 kind of Ken Carson Grail songs, and so it gets dicey when you get in those conversations, right? Because that's not morally the best thing, to be doing, but people are engaging in it, and there's a lot of, music coming out of it. So that's kind of been interesting. I'm not too sure how many of you guys are into the group buy scene, but there's a lot of stuff going on with that. I mean, literally last night, from when I'm recording this, we got 2 songs from Ken Carson, and there's another group buy going on, which they're dropping 5 songs. It's insane. Then we got a Quavo Destroy Lonely Ken song. It's absolute madness. And so I do want to say, be careful with that sort of stuff, right? I love listening to the artists drop the music themselves. You know what I mean? Just gotta say that legally. Gotta be smart. But that is the first episode of Unc's Rap Recap. These are the storylines that I wanted to talk about. We talked about them. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of them. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to engage with you. I'm trying to reply to every single comment I get on YouTube because don't got a lot of comments. But that's okay. We're grinding. This is the first episode of Unc's Rap Recap. I'm very excited. I apologize if I call it Unc's Rap Report or something in between. It's Unc's Rap Recap. That's what we're calling it. Week 1. I'll be back next week with week 2. Let me know if you want to see more segments, stuff like that. We could definitely incorporate more things within this. But yeah, I'm very excited to continue doing this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And like, subscribe, comment, show love. Thank you.